What's up, everybody? Time for our Tuesday workout. We're gonna do some benching today, mix it up a little bit in our pressing sequence. We're gonna do, for the warm-up today, 3 rounds through 10 calories, your choice, row, bike, or ski. Then we're gonna do some overhead squats, but this is gonna be for shoulder stretches, right? So we're gonna get that bar in the overhead position, squat all the way down from this bottom position, then perform your pass-through to the rear, to the knees, back to the middle, and then stand. So that's our overhead squat with a pass through at the bottom. Next one is with a moderate weight kettlebell, clean and press with the bottoms up variation. So from the knees, I'm gonna do my clean, catch it at my shoulders. If you wanna use your other hand to kind of protect your face here, I'm squeezing extra tight and balancing this thing that does not want to stand in this upside down position, and then pressing overhead, right? So reset to the hips, clean, press. All right, what is that, 5 reps on each side, and then a handful of warm-up reps of bench press. And today we're gonna do a little tempo work on the bench press. So feel free to load this significantly as long as you can maintain the tempo and the speed of the bar, all right? So there are some concepts within exercise physiology that are beyond just did you lift it or not, all right? And one of those is time under tension, and the other one is rate of development. And both of those are important athletic concepts that will help you get stronger. You don't need to know why, you don't need to know how, you don't even need to know those names. All you need to do is do it the way that I'm telling you to do it, and you will get those benefits. If anybody wants to talk about it, I love to nerd out over rate of force development, bar speed, and time under tension. Those are fantastic concepts. And I feel that like knowing more about how they work and why they work helped me to put more intent into the way that I lift, and it helps me to get better results. So if you're the kind that says, just tell me what to do and I'll do it and you can execute that plan, great. If you want to know more about it, I would love to talk, okay? So the first 3 reps are you going to use a 5-second eccentric, and then the last 2 reps will be unrestricted but max velocity upward, all right? And we're gonna do a superset with some explosive push-ups and some single leg deadlift. I'll explain that in a second. Okay, so the way I want these to work is I've got my weight on the bar, and it's in that middle range of like, I think around 60-ish%, but you can feel this out depending on, like if your bench is really strong, you're gonna go lighter on the percentage. If your bench is not as strong, you can go a lot heavier on the percentage, right? But think a 3-second eccentric, and then drive up normal, 3-second eccentric, and then drive up normal, and then we're gonna do that for 3 reps, and on the last 2, you can go down any way you want, but on the way up, I want you to try to really try to drive it away from your body, right? At maximum bar speed, try to jump your shoulders off the bar because you put so much force on that bar. So it's literally like a punch from your shoulders on the last 2 reps. The superset is gonna be 5 reps of an explosive push-up. So again, controlling down and then drive up and try to clap. Push up as high as you can. And you can do this, you don't have to clap, you can just jump your hands, and you can do this if there's racks available. You can do a band across the rig, or you can do a band across your shoulders, right? Either of those are fine ways to do it, to take some resistance off of it. Don't do the jump and clap if you're using an elevated platform like a bench or a bar. And then a static single leg deadlift hold. If you wanna do this with a pipe, you can do it with a pipe. If you wanna just do it with your hands, you can do it with your hands. But take your stance and drive your leg back. Oop, I'm losing my balance. That's the whole point, is I'm testing my balance out. I'm holding in this extended position for 20 seconds. And I'm trying to get my arms and my leg to be in a straight line as I'm down in that deadlift position, all right? So it's an isometric balance and hip exercise when we do it that way. All right, so that is our superset. We're only gonna do the superset on the first 3 rounds, all right? After that, you can just do the bench. That's a lot of work to do. It'll take you a little bit of time to do it. So we'll push the extra credit to the end of the time that we're doing it. But there is some really good shoulder and core extra credit with some Arnold presses, some V sit-ups. The plate raise drop set, I want you to have multiple plates out, but recognize that like there's only 45s, 35s, 25s, and 10s, 15s, and 10s, right? So somewhere in there, that's why the range of numbers for the set is variable, because I want you to get close to failure every set. So pick the heaviest weight that you can do this plate raise movement with for like say 6 to 10 reps, and then set it down and immediately grab the next lighter plate And again, keep going. Go until you can't do it anymore without doing like either a swing or bending your elbows. And then set it down, grab the next lighter plate and keep going until you're in that 30 to 35 range. The reason why there's a range on those is that I don't want you to just stop at 30 reps. I want you to do that last set to failure, right? So if that means you're going to 37 or 38 or 40 reps, then keep on going. And if you get to like 40 or 45, then you have to start off with 10 pounds heavier on your next plate, okay? All right, that's it for Tuesday. Have a great one. See you guys on Wednesday.